Ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode of Mike's Garage. And in today's video, we are going to be taking apart the trailing arms off of the rear subframe. We're going to be grinding down the rear subframe. And if there's any place necessary, we're going to see where we can do some reinforcing. I think the subframe should be fine with the amount of power that we're going to be throwing at the rear end. I believe, I would hope at least, but I think we're going to be shooting around 500 wheel horsepower in my car, and I'm not sure if this is designed for it, and it has been sitting, so there is some rust. I did try to repaint it, I'm just not happy with how it came out, so I'm just going to take everything apart, hit it with the flap disc, get it all clean and nice and ready to go, and then move on to paint. Alright guys, so up on the workbench, basically I have the rear trailing arms, I got the subframe, just some surface rust. It's actually not too bad, and to be honest, this rear subframe and trailing arms actually came out of a different E30. Mine was just too far gone. Like holes through the spring perches, just awful shape. So I just gotta get these bushings out now. This comes out easy, no problem. Grind all this paint off. I'm going to start with the subframe first because that's a little easier. Grind all the paint off, and then I'll show you what we got for a color, and we'll go from there. Okay, so what we got here is kind of got the top half of this half done, and I definitely have to come back and get into like all these tight spots, especially around this little dimple. I have no clue what this is, but so far so good, just very tedious. That's about it. These welds on this seam are a little bit concerning. They're kind of not the best. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about that yet. I think I'm probably going to end up coming in with the welder and like weld in these little cracks. As you can see, like all this splatter and shit. This was like this, and the reason why I said this is kind of funky is because if you can tell, these tabs are not OEM. So what this allows you to do is, I don't know if you can see the size of this hole. the purpose of this is so that when the trailing arm is sitting in here, you're able to adjust it. So this is a homemade DIY fully adjustable rear subframe that I kind of wish I didn't have. Although it is nice to have the adjustments, I just get very skeptical when I see stuff with that quality of a weld. It's kind of concerning. It just globbed it on there. But I don't know. But anyways, just gotta keep our heads down and we'll get there. So grinding all of this paint off is going to take a super long time, longer than I anticipated, and my batteries can't charge fast enough, so I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow. But before we call it quits for the night, I just wanted to show you guys the color choice I'm going with, and I'm not sure how close this will be to the gold on my wheels, but I think it'll be a close fit. So it is a Rust-Oleum metallic pure gold paint. It's actually a paint and primer in one. Never used anything like this before. Hopefully it kind of works good. And then I'm going to be following that up with some crystal clear enamel. Definitely want it to look good, but kind of curious actually to see how close of a match these are. Probably wicked far off. Oh, dang, actually, that's really close. That's really close in color. Wow. Well, hopefully this works. That would be sweet. This is all done, painted, clear coat and everything. It's not an exact match to the wheels, but pretty close. I thought it was going to be closer, but I think it still looks good. Didn't come out too bad. This one's done, good to go. It's not exactly a 100% match, which is fine. I mean, as long as this thing's covered up and it's not going to continue rusting. The original trailing arms I had, that little dimple right there where the bottom of the perch mounts for the spring was actually completely rusted out. So this is definitely a better trade, so I'll take it. But yeah, not too bad. Thing's heavy. Alright guys, so here we are. Not too bad all in all. I mean, it really cost me maybe like 20 bucks to do this between the paint and primer. But yeah, here we have it. Finished product. I guess I'll have to show you when it's in the car, which should be soon. I'm probably just going to wait for this to cure up. Probably by the next weekend I'll have this in. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do for the diff because it is kind of rusty. But I'd hate to break that. I know you can crack the cases on them if you're cleaning them with like the little rust scrapers. So I definitely don't want to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Until next time.